Good. Hello. Welcome to Capper Comparison Picks. My name is Ranj. Today I will be, or this episode, I will be giving you my pick for tonight's Nicaraguan Championship Liga Primera tournament between Real Esteli and Managua. As of, what was it? On Wednesday, that was the last time, the semifinals. Let's see. Yeah, Wednesday I went 1-1 because I picked Real Esteli to beat Nicaraguan, but you know what? They didn't have to try, so all they did is defend because they already won leg one against Nicaraguan, so they already made it to this unless they got beat. So they just had their team defending. That's why it ended up being a clean sheet draw 0-0. So, but I always say, put money on the draw. Thankfully I did, so I didn't come out a full loss. But on my sheet, it's a loss because I picked Real Esteli to win. And then Managua dominated Walter Freddy 4-2. I had them. So, let's get on with this because right now I'm watching the Belarus. I'm distracted. I'm watching FC Minsk hosting Torpedo Bellezi Zodino in the Belarus League, and I got that tied in a parlay, a nice one, and Torpedo's up 1-0. But anyway, let's get right into this because there's only one match, I got it set up a little. I'm gonna do a little bit of something different today. I do have to mow. I have an elderly neighbor. Her name's Sandra, and she had a fall. But anyway, I told her I'm gonna mow her lawn for her, so I'm gonna do that. I noticed today somebody called me a fucking jerk in the comments. Halloween coming. It's my first real negative comment. Whatever. Or maybe they're like, what a fucking jerk. Like maybe they're saying it comically. So I really don't care, but I just like, oh, that's kind of rude. They spell fucking wrong too. They put the C in front of the K. I don't know if that was intentional or whatever. But anyway, let's get to this. This is 9 o'clock tonight. Okay? I just pulled these odds up so they're fresh. Like everybody knows, a lot of this is going to be repeat information. That's why I'm trying to. You'll see. Real Esteli is finished the Clausura tables at number 2 with a record of 10 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses on that season. Managua finished at number 1, of course, 13 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Real Esteli is at home, and that's the only reason I can think of why they are the favorite at -150. And Managua is the underdog at +400. I already put my bet in. That's +400 on Managua. I'll explain why I'm so, But if you're a Esteli fan, which Esteli is a great team, we'll discuss this. If you think they're gonna cover a half a goal, it'll drop that juice down from -150. The new payout will be -110. Makes it a little easier to bet. As for Managua, you can buy a half a goal, and it'll drop that +400, poof, down to -120. So I mean, that's all it's up to you. Whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do. In the last 5 matches that Real Esteli's been on the field, they've went 3 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. Their last match was a draw, of course, everybody knows, versus Nicaraguan. It just happened. I just spoke about it. I told you they didn't try to score. They already had this match pretty much because they won leg 1. This is leg 1 of the championship, but for the semifinals, there's leg 1 and leg 2. You got to play once at home, you got to play once on the road. And they beat Nicaraguan at home. I mean, in the Diriankin was at home. They beat them in leg 1, so leg 2 they were like, dudes, let's just make sure they don't score on us, and we're golden. And that's what happened. I should have foreseen that. But anyway, over here, Managua, their last match was a win versus Walter Ferretti, which in my going over my last Wednesday's matches, I've mentioned this too. They won 4-2. That was pretty, that was given. Managua's been 14 game. Let's talk about that. First let's talk about their head-to-head matches, okay? Head-to-head. Sorry. Chronologically, let's see. Oh, see, this is where it's real nice and even, because we got I took the last 3 head-to-head matches. December, Real Esteli won. December 21st, Real Esteli won 2-0. Then February 8th, Managua won 0-2. And finally, most recent, April 1st, there was a 1-1 draw. So that's your last 3 matches, okay? Now, let's take a look at the over-unders. The total set at 2.5. Oh, like the draw is at plus 240. Definitely put money on that draw, because that could happen. But plus 400 for Managua. Y'all already know. I don't even got 14 straight games. The trend for Real Esteli. Let's look at these trends just quickly. Just browse through them. We have time. It's only one game for this. Real Esteli's been 6 games without a loss. That's pretty good. But Managua, 14 games without a loss. So logically, they're either going to win or draw. And they're both plus numbers. Real Esteli can win, but why take the gamble? Anyway, that's up to you. We're going to go over. That's what this is for. This is for talent, like the players. I figure we got one game. I like to talk about the players a little bit, just to see. For example, this morning, right just now. Well, the other day I said in Belarus I was like Yakshiboyev is going to score, and he did. I love that shit. Today on the live game right here in the chat, I'm like, look out for number 8 for Torpedo, Gabriel Ramos. And what happened? As soon as I hit enter on the chat and said that, he gave an assist to some other guy and they scored. That's how they scored. I like the player. I like it. It's more, you're more involved in the game than just looking at the score. So that's why I've been put. At the beginning, I used to just say the player's name. Oh, blah blah blah. But you can't read Russian, Belarus, and in the Nicaraguan, they don't have their player names on the back. Sometimes they do, but usually they don't have. They just have a number. So that's why I give the numbers of the key players to watch. Isn't that great? I'm such a fucking jerk, right? But anyway, let's get back to this. Oh, for the over-under, we get, look at, that's way over. Of course that's an under, but they didn't even try. That's under, and that's under. These are the head-to-heads. Under, under, under. All head-to-heads went under. So, logically speaking, you should probably go with the under. Nobody likes to hear that, though, because everybody likes goal. Everybody likes to see goals. And if it's an under game, if it's a game like that, you don't see goals. But that's why I still like watching players. I still like watching defense, and you get more involved in the actual soccer skills and games. Like Ricketts picks. That's those guys like Jovan and Marco. you can tell they've had experience as soccer players or coaches or something, because they're like, oh, now the whole defense is gonna just the whole team's gonna they explain during the matches what, like, live, because we in the chat room. I think a lot of these guys are an hour, or some of them are West Coast, but they're like an hour or two behind me, so I don't think they're up yet for this match. But usually Marco's chiming in like with goal updates right on the ball, and plus, and Jovan and Marco, they both interject during the game, like, oh, here comes, this is when they stop worrying about scoring. Like he said that about John from Ricketts too. He said the same thing about this game, Esteli versus Yankees. He's like, dude, they didn't even try. Well, after the game they said it, but anyway, there's a lot of knowledge over there in the Discord chat room. A lot of gambling knowledge. John, I don't even know how John sleeps. He's definitely West Coast. I want to say he's like up in Washington or Northern California or something. I don't know, but he's West Coast. He's 3 hours behind me. He posted Gulfstream horse picks like an hour ago. It's like 6 o'clock my time. That means it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing, John? Come on. Anyway, that's dedication. That guy, John from Ricketts Picks, he puts a ton of time into the Patreon, because he posts horse picks and soccer picks daily. I only do Premier League. He does Reserve, the Pershaya League. He does Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. So all this crazy. Good on you, John. I appreciate you, John. I appreciate the hard work you put in to this whole sports gambling thing. Anyway, definitely go out, check out Ricketts Picks. Definitely do that, because his insight is great. Go to his Patreon, and if you like the Discord chat room, I consider that's like, those guys are, in my book, they're elite handicap. We talk about stuff that I have never talked about with other sports handicap. We get involved on a lot of, and it's a broad spectrum of sports. We have ping pong, table tennis guy in there. We have Jovan is doing Nicaraguan basketball that just started. Bunch of soccer dudes, because we're doing the sports that are available to do. We're doing Chinese Taipei baseball and basketball. Taiwan beer, the Yulon Dinos, and it gets crazy. If you want, you can have a full day of just sports gambling just in the Discord chat room. So it's awesome. I love it. It's a great hobby for me. Anyway, let's get into this whole thing, this jazz. Sorry, it is early. It's like 7 on a Saturday morning, and I stayed up late last night. So let's get into these players to watch for, because you already see I'm taking Managua money line. Taking Managua money line, and I'm taking the under 2.5. Okay, let's get into the players. What I did was I printed out the squads. So I'm just gonna put like the top, we'll say 4 players. We're into the top 4 players by way of goals. Okay? And I'm gonna do it in their team colors. How exciting. Okay, we're gonna do Real Esteli first. Okay, let's do ascending order. We'll go from the lowest to the highest. Now it's gonna be messy because I'm just gonna throw them out in descending order, highest to lowest. Okay, so we have Brandon Ayerdes, He is number 18. He has definitely been on these boards before. He's got 10 goals. Shit, I should write that in. 10. Number 18. Real Esteli will be wearing red or white with red trim. Then we got Jorge Betancourt. Jorge, or no, it's not Jorge, it's Junior. Yeah, I think. Junior Betancourt. I don't have the first names, but Betancourt has 7 goals on the season. He's number 6. Junior, or no, that was Junior Artiga. I think that is Jorge, yeah, George. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Or you can figure it out. It's Jay Betancourt. He's number 6, okay? He's number 6. Taufik Guarch, he's been up here. I keep messing, he's got a rough name. Taufik Guarch. I want to say he's like Argentinian, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. He's got 5 goals on the season. He is number 15. And this isn't, I'm sorry, these goals are not on the season. These are an Apertura. Hold on, there was a goal. Just 1 second. Oh man, I got that wrapped up. Torpedo. Who scored? Oh, is it? Look at that. In like Flynn. Sweet. They're up. Torpedoes beating Minsk now, 0-3. 1-2. I missed a goal during that. Oh, awesome. I got that in 2 parlays. I got a parlay with the match from last night, yesterday that I won, Energetique, BGU. That's the one. Was it? Yes. Whatever. That's the one. Yeah, with the Yakshiba goal. I won that. I parlayed this with that, and I parlayed this with the 2 other Belarus games that are following this at 11 o'clock or 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Oh, I got a full day of soccer, but I got to go mow Sandra's lawn first. So let me get on with this. Awesome, fantastic though. Ba-bam! Taufik Guarch, number 15. These, like I was saying, these goals are between the Apertura and Clausura tournaments. Apertura is pretty much like, in America, we call it fall ball. Or it's just like fall, so it's the fall season sports. It's also called like opening, and Clausura closing. We call it spring season. You know, it's usually they separate. This kind of a newish thing, I guess, in South American sports. But yeah, now it's Apertura has their tournament and Clausura has theirs. But it's a little bit confusing. But anyway, these goals are between both 2 seasons for this team. Like for example, I think all these guys did play. But there's, I know like Villalpando for Ferretti, he only played Ferretti in 2020. He played for somebody else in 2019 in Apertura. So that's why, so some of these goals, I'm not even sure, like Guarch, I don't know if he played for Real Esteli last in the Apertura, but anyway, these goals are for both 2019, 2020 for this team combined. Okay, just to put that out there. Now, the last guy on this list, he's never been on the whiteboard. He may have been way early before I was putting numbers and stuff onto stuff. Oh, Minsk just scored, I think. Yeah, 3-1 now. I took the over though. I took the over. Yes. Today is gonna be a great day. Vinicius, He's a Brazilian, so he goes by this one name, but his last name is De Souza. And this guy, when I checked him out on the internet last night, because he's never, like I said, I don't think he's been up here except for maybe like the first week I did handicap him for this. He's got 5 goals. He's number 12. But anyway, there's another Vinicius de Souza that plays on some team called Flamenco. That's like not even Nicaraguan. I want to say it's maybe I really can't tell you, but there's like three Vinicius people. 2 of them are De Souza. Well, anyway, and they're all soccer players. But anyway, Vinicius that plays for Real Esteli is number 12. Okay, so those are the top 4. Luis Acuna. I like Acuna, even though he shouldn't be on here because I only said 4 people, but he's been on my board a couple times. And so Acuna, he's got how many? He's got 4 goals on the season. He's number 10. Now these numbers, the jersey numbers, oh, what a pain in the ass that is. I had to go and like soccer way. This is where I'm getting my goal stats from. They don't have the player numbers. So I have to actually type in the name, image search them, and hopefully and pray that there's a picture of their back or their shorts or something where I get the number. Or I check on transfer or transfer market, but they don't. Belarus, they'll display numbers, but these, for some reason, they're messed up with. They don't have the player numbers, jersey numbers. Wikipedia, same thing. They don't have the jersey numbers. It's such a pain in the butt. But these are the correct jersey numbers for these players. I'll just run through the Real Esteli list before I move on to Managua. We have Brandon Ayertis, number 18. He is he's a defender. Then we have midfielder Betancur, Jorge or Junior, whatever. He's number 6. Tofik Guarch is an attacker. He's number 15. Vinicius is an attacker. He's number 12. And Luis Acuna is also an attacker. It's number 10. So there's our front 3, midfielder, and a defender right there. Okay. Now, let's look at Managua. Coming to Managua. Surf Nicaragua. I don't know the words, but every time, I love it. Okay, that's Surf Nicaragua by Sacred Reich, thrash metal band from the 80s. That's my generation. Gen X, bud. Gen X. Okay, Managua. I only put jersey numbers on 4 players, but that's all I need because these guys are awesome. Awesome. Managua's so good. 14 straight matches without a loss. Okay. No, dark blue. Okay. First up there, top dog, Pablo Gallego. Well, it's a tie for top dog, but Pablo Gallego and Carlos Felix, both, like, all these people have been on the whiteboard, all 4 of them, okay? Anyway, look at this. 16 goals in the combined seasons 2019-2020. He is number 9. Okay, Carlos Felix, he's the Mexican, and he's got 16 goals. Come on, number 25. Okay, you know why I'm emphasizing these 16, because look, Brandon Ayertis, 10, Jorge Betancur, 7, Guarch, 5, Vinicius, 5, Acuna, 4, But anyway, let's keep going. Cristiano, he's the Brazilian, looks like an old man because he's got blonde beard, and he just looks, I don't know, he is kind of old he's in the 30s. Anyway, he's got 14 and he's number 17. Whew. And Naheem Peralta. Naheem Peralta has 8, and he is number 23. So let's look at the comparison of their top 4 players and the combined goals. Okay, 10, 7, 5, 5, 16, 16, 14, 8. I mean, it's right there in front of you. And Managua, yeah, they're playing at Esteli, but plus 400 with that talent, and the other talent, the national team. Yeah, Real Esteli does have more national team players. They have 12. I'll write that down. 12 nats and 4 foreign. Okay, like Jose Barrera is the national team captain, Nicaraguan national team captain. He plays for Real Esteli, and because I remember him from earlier. But how many scores does he have on this season? I'm looking at Managua. Not gonna be on there. Oh, here he is. Jose Barrera. 2. He's got 2 scores on the season. Yeah. Anyway, over here, Managua has 7 national team players and 5 foreign. But still, look at those scores, the totals for those goals compared to Real Esteli's top goal scorers. I mean, what's the next one? Because that's what I was looking at. The next one on the list is at 3, but whatever. Still, Managua all day. So there's not much of a recap, but I have Managua money line. I got it staying under 2.5 because because these last head-to-head matches all went under. They did light it up against Freddie, but this is gonna be a great match to watch tonight. This is leg 1. Leg 2, they're gonna be playing in Managua, which Managua. What I foresee tonight, Managua's gonna win tonight. I think it's gonna be 0-1. That's what I'm foreseeing. It could be 0-2. I don't think Real Esteli is gonna score. I don't see it. Managua might score 2. So I see it going 0-2 in favor of Managua and still staying under 2.5 so I can get that money. I'm streaking today. Look. Torpedo. They scored. Hold on. They scored again. Are you kidding me? A goal. Oh man. What is this? What is the score right now? Oh no, that wasn't Torpedo. That was Mint. Mint scored. Oy. All right, come on with the score. They keep showing the replay. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to, if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Be sure to leave that thumbs up. Comment. You can even call me a fucking jerk. You can comment, and It does bother me a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie and say, otherwise I wouldn't have mentioned it. If it didn't bother me, I wouldn't have mentioned it, but it doesn't really bother me. I care less. Like Joe Rogan said, don't ever read the comments. Who cares about those people? Well, I care, because I don't have many of you guys. I got like 163 subscribers now. I grew 3 over last night, so thanks for that. Keep the subs coming. I know you can only subscribe once, but you could you can thumb up, you can click that like, and the viewing time can build up. Watch old videos. You know, why not? I'm somewhat entertaining, and just you can learn about players and stuff. So anyway, hit the bell. I got I'm good for today. Oh no, I'm not. There's I'm gonna do 2 more shows because we got 4 Belarus soccer games tomorrow, Sunday, and so I gotta do shows for that. Hit that bell after I'm done mowing the lawn, which is gonna take forever because I probably mow mine too, but I'm definitely mowing Sandra's. Then I'll mow mine. But anyway, hit that thumbs up, bell, comment. Halloween's coming. Thanks for the comment. It gave me more ramblings, talking to go on. But anyway, thanks. Good luck on this bet. Plus 400, man. How can you not? But either way, if you want to take Esteli, either way, good luck. Gather your information. Place your bet. Cash those tickets. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode.